What's up, YouTube? Uberman here. Want to talk about a couple things. I'm going to start with the minimum guaranteed hours. I don't want to discourage anybody, but this is something y'all need to know. Okay, so here's what happens. Uber comes to a new city. They're small. They do the best advertising that they can do to get the word out about them. Then what happens is Uber ends up with a crap load of customers, but they don't have a whole lot of drivers yet. So Uber starts offering these incentives. It'll be something to the effect of Friday between the hours of 5 and 10, they'll pay you $21 an hour. Excuse me. And then between, say, 10 and 3, they'll pay you $25 an hour. Now, this is usually only good for the weekends. They will initiate this incentive program during holidays and times when they're extremely busy. You have to opt in almost all circumstances. You have to opt in, which they will send you a link that you have to click. You have to put your first name, last name, and your phone number so that they know you plan on working. And they usually have some prerequisites. Normally it is during any one of the time periods, because remember, on like Friday and Saturday there will be 2 time periods, from like 5 to 10 and then 10 to 3. During each time period, you must maintain an acceptance rating of 80%, which means you need to be accepting every ride you get. And on top of that, you must take a minimum of 2 passengers during each time period. So, sounds like a great deal. I mean, you see it on paper and just like, wow, $25 an hour. It can be, but it can also be a bad thing. Now, for me, I really don't care about the minimum guarantee hours. I mean, it's nice to know that if I do come out here, and if for some reason I'm just having a really bad day or a bad weekend even, I'm at least guaranteed X amount of dollars. Now, the way I guarantee that I'm going to get that is I go downtown. As soon as I get to Indianapolis, that's the first thing I do is go downtown. Usually downtown, you'll get the short runs, and they suck, but if you've got to take 2 runs to get that incentive, it's worth it. So I go downtown, I grab those 2 runs, and then I cruise around, and see if I can pick up some longer runs. Because once I've got my 2 runs and 100% acceptance rate, I'm guaranteed. Right now, they've lowered it again. That's the next part of this video. Once I got my 2 runs, I'm good. I know that for the next 4 hours or so, I'm going to get paid $15 an hour. Okay, so get your runs knocked out early so that you get that guaranteed acceptance rating. Now, here's the problem with it. It's great. It really is great if you have a bad weekend, which rarely happens for me, but it does happen. And it's nice to know I'm going to be able to get paid that minimum guarantee pay. But the problem comes in is the reason Uber does this is because they need more drivers to handle the passengers. That's how Uber grows. Okay, the drivers are the life force of Uber. I mean, they can have all the customers in the world. You can have 500 customers at one time, but if you've only got 150 drivers, that's bad business. You're going to have a lot of customers that are really upset, and they're going to look elsewhere for their transportation needs. So, what Uber does is they saturate the area with drivers. And when I say saturate, I mean saturate. I mean, if you pull up your personal phone, pull out your personal phone and load up the Uber app on it and see how many drivers are sitting around you. Use that app to your advantage. That's a secret that I don't think I've ever told anybody before, because I really didn't want it getting out there. But I really want to help you guys out here. And I do pretty well for myself, so I think I can afford to let you guys in on this. Some of you probably already know about it. A lot of you probably don't. Download the Uber app, just like you're a customer. Pull up the Uber app and watch where all the cars are and stay the hell away from them. All right, just if you're in a group of 20 other Uber cars, you're all fighting for scraps. It's not worth it. I mean, you're better off going out somewhere where you don't usually get rides, because at least there you're on your own. Uber's going to saturate the market with these incentives, because you're going to get a lot of drivers coming out to make this $25 an hour. Well, that's great at first for everybody that's making their $25 an hour, but when the market is so saturated that you've got too many drivers in comparison to customers, you've got a bunch of drivers that aren't even able to make their incentives, and then you've got upset drivers. So guys, it's great at first, it really is. You can make a lot of money. I mean, when Uber first comes out there, you're going to be making some serious cash, but as they flood the market with the drivers, you're going to watch it dwindle, and you're really going to have to get out there and fight. Don't get discouraged, don't give up, just be aggressive, be innovative. Use your personal Uber app to try to stay away from the drivers, and look around and see where drivers are, and then see how fast they disappear from a certain area, and then that may be an area you want to go to. Just throwing that out there. Please don't get discouraged. I mean, yeah, at some point it's going to get to the point where you're actually going to have to really get out there, and you're going to have to find your own niche in this business. I've done it. I did it in Oklahoma City. I've done it here. And when I get back to Oklahoma City, I'll check out my old spots, and, you know, I'll probably have to find new ones. But when you find them, don't tell anybody. Don't go on the uberpeople.net forum and announce that you've got these great spots, because you're going to have every Uber driver in your venue jumping in on it. It does get frustrating, you know, it really does, because you're out here like, man, all I gotta do is take 2 runs. How hard is that? Well, it can be pretty hard when you've got 50 drivers sitting in your same area. It can get really complicated, and just work with it, okay? You'll figure it out. The other thing is, you'll see the pays start out around $25 an hour, then you'll see them drop to 23 and 21. They really gradually do it. And then you end up where I'm at right now, where like on a Friday it started at $15 an hour. Still good money. I haven't made a whole lot tonight because we just haven't been that busy, and that's normal. I usually make the majority of my money between 2 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the morning. That's when I really bring in the bulk of my income. So I'm used to it being slow right now, and I've done pretty well. I've exceeded their $15 an hour tonight anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But I really wanted to throw that out there, man. Just expect it to happen. I know I've heard it a million times. Oh, no, it's not going to happen here. It happens everywhere, guys. Everywhere. There is no exception to the rule. Uber does the same thing. They have the same strategy for every single market they're in. You know why? Because it works. All right? They've got Google backing them. They're a $17 billion company. Believe me when I tell you, they know what they're doing. They understand marketing. And it's just the way it is. It's going to be great at first, and then you're actually going to have to put in some effort, and you're going to have to be innovative and come up with new ways of picking up passengers and making your money. Some of you are going to give up, and you know that's your prerogative. But I love facing problems. I do. I love facing problems head on and solving them. And I'm good at it. I've got my Uber app on now. As you can see, we're dead. And I've been driving around for a while, and I'm finally just saying to hell with it. I'd make a quick video. Anyway, that's it for that part. The second part of the video is going to be how I'm doing. Baby mama drama. Yeah. You know, I was really hoping that we could work something out to where I would be able to stay here and be around my daughter, and her be around my son. I really hope we'd be able to work something out. And I've begged, I've done everything. Apparently, for whatever reason, her parents got on my YouTube channel, saw the video that I made about her, and they weren't happy about it. They said it's not the world's business, and I tried to explain to them, I don't have anybody to talk to, you know? I mean, I don't have anybody to talk to. So for once, I vented to my audience, which is something I never do. I threw my personal information out there, and they're trying to say I called her crazy and everything. I didn't call her crazy. I specifically said she wasn't crazy. She just took some medicine that really screwed her up, and you know, some things were done and said by both of us, not just her. I don't want to point the finger directly at her. I said some things too, and I should have been a little more understanding that, you know, her medication was messing with her, but we both said things, we both did things, and this is where it's at. And I begged her, you know, work with me. You know, I packed up, moved all the way up here so that I could be around my daughter, and so that the kids could be around each other and she could be around her son. I mean, I feel like this is all a waste because I have to go home. And I mean, go back to Oklahoma. I mean, this is my home right now, but they all got really pissed off. And the thing is, they were like, oh, well, we saw the video because we've been watching your video, your YouTube channel for to see the kids on it. And I'm like, you know, the only thing on my YouTube channel now, I mean, there's stuff of the kids, but that, you got to go back a long way to find that. My YouTube channel is just about Uber now, and we don't have Uber where I live. And that's what I told them. I was like, you guys couldn't have just happened to be on my YouTube channel. You had to be searching. I mean, you guys were looking for something. So, you know, I know they're watching this video too, so how you doing? Yeah, I'm out here sitting in the parking lot making a video, and I'm getting paid around $17 an hour to do it. So, hi. It's just ridiculous, man. The drama is just ridiculous. And I have begged and pleaded, and just to no avail, you know. So I'm going back. I guess that's the end of it. I am going back. The leasing agency that I contacted today, I sent all my information to. Actually, I sent the information to them yesterday. They called me back today, and I'm approved for whatever house I want. It's just a matter of coming up with all the money for the move. And my sister came up from Oklahoma. She's already up here with a truck and a trailer. She's going to load up all my stuff and my son's stuff, and we're kind of going to have to rough it here for a little while. My son still has a bed and everything, but I'm going to send my bed, and I'm just going to be sleeping on the floor, I guess, for a little bit. You know, it's about 2 weeks, maybe 3. I'm going to make as much money as I can here before I go back, so that I have a head start on things, you know. But I'm pretty upset. I'm pretty hurt over this. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. You know, what am I supposed to do? Because I don't have any control over the situation. I can't sit here and just feel sorry for myself. It was hard as hell going to work today. It really was. You know, because it's like my sister's here to pack, to load up my stuff and take it back to Oklahoma. You know, this has just become very real. It's one thing to talk about it, but it's another when it's right there in your face. You know, this is real, this is happening. Gonna miss the hell out of my daughter, man. Really am. And I know my son's gonna be really upset, and I don't know. I don't know, guys. This is life, though, right? You know, ups and downs. Just got to take the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter. I just wish there was something I could have done or could have said to have changed her mind. But she's dead set on me leaving. She made that very clear that she wants me to go away. So, I'm going to save all the text messages using SMS backup. You know, maybe someday in 7 years or so when I get to see my daughter again, I'll be sure and let her read all the text messages between her mother and me and her grandma and me, so that she can see that I begged, I pleaded. Just nothing I could do. Anyway, guys, this video is getting kind of long, and I know you're not on here to listen to me talk about my problems, but whatever. Like, comment, subscribe. Send me hate mail if you want to. The only reason I threw that part in there was because I've had some people asking how I'm doing, so I thought I'd just put a video out letting you guys know what's going on. Guys, be safe, Uber on. Any questions, be sure to hit me up and I'll get back to you. Peace out.